Hi friends, welcome back to Win Philly Win Today, where today we have a very special guest with us. But before I get into introducing this handsome young stud, I'm going to introduce myself. So I'm Nakisha. I am the owner of Hodge Studios, which is where we film Win Philly, and Win is for women in networking. So thank you for joining us. I'm also a photographer and I do all types of photography, but I am never doing children again. I can't believe I said that out loud.
Why not?
I would like to introduce my beautiful co-host, Miss Dr. Heather.
Yes, thank you. Girl, you got me laughing today. So, hey everybody, I'm Dr. Heather. I'm the owner and operator of Studio for Sexual Health, Wellness, and Education Incorporated. And I am a psychotherapist and a clinical sexologist. I do a whole lot. So
You do.
please go back and watch all the other episodes. We really have a ball in here. We have so much fun. And because of this fun, we have asked one of our dear friends to come in and be the first male on Win Philly.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot to say. And he actually has built his brand around having a lot to say.
Yes.
So
yes.
This is former NFL pro ball player, Hollis Thomas.
Hollis Thomas. Woo! Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you. Glad you guys had me. I am a man and I win. I do. What would you guys like me to start with the football, or would you like me to start after football?
So we want you to just tell us who you are. Like, how did you? So give us the story of you, because some people may not know you. You know, so tell us who you are.
Well, Philadelphia people know.
How long did you play?
Yeah.
Well, I started out 1996 here as an undrafted free agent. I played for 10 years for the Eagles. The Eagles.
Wow, 10 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, but they didn't feel like it was. They felt like it was too long, so they traded me to the Saints, in which I exacted my revenge that same year. They traded me to the Saints, which was one of the more bungling things that Andy Reid did. He traded myself and a fourth-round pick, and they drafted Max Jane Giles. The Saints drafted Jerry Evans, who's from Philadelphia. Who turned out to be a 10-year-old pro with the Saints and went on to win the Super Bowl. Max Jane Giles played a year and a half here, so blase Skippy. But then after I played 3 years with the Saints, and then I moved on to this. I thought it'd be cool to play for my hometown team, the St. Louis Rams. That was a mistake. That was brutal. And then I finished out my career with the Carolina Panthers. Which actually turned out to be pretty good. I actually thought I was just going down there to steal a check, and they let me know quickly that I would be playing the entire season. So
wow.
I actually recorded my first safety down there against Clint Portis.
Wow, that's
Wow.
amazing.
What year was this? Like, not year, but what year were you in your football career at this
15.
point?
15.
Wow.
So then after that, I was retired. I was going to play another year. But some team asked me to come and work out, and I went to work out, and we were starting the workout, and they said that was a warm-up. I was like, I'll be back at the hotel. Give me my return flight, my per diem. I'm going back home. So
I know that's right.
So that was it.
15 years is a long time.
15 years is a long time. So I just want to mention that for those of you who are not football fans, 3 years is your average career.
Three and a half.
3.5.
They say 3.5 because they say 3.5. I was also a player rep, so this is a lot of guys try to get to that 3.5 because at 3 years and 2 games, you're a vested veteran, so you get all the pension and stuff. So,
Oh wow!
So you're still collecting checks from the NFL?
Yeah, I've been collecting checks from the NFL for quite some time.
Balling for real. Okay, and I just also want to say, guys, I know how my poor friend, he is sitting up here. It's so hot in here. We had to turn the air off because the sound quality.
I use my big dog towel.
No, he hot because he's sitting in between two hot girls.
Okay. You let them tell you
that's why he hot.
Or I'm hot because they omitted to tell me that there was an elevator.
That was not looking like an elevator.
It was not looking like an elevator. They got my engine going early. Not
the
right
way.
way.
To walk 5 flights of stairs.
And we turned the air off. Like, we just killing them all the way around.
I didn't have to walk them. I could have stood downstairs like a princess and waited on somebody to come carry me up.
But he does not do things like that.
Yes, because he's a man.
Yes. Yes.
And he
And
wins,
I win.
and he won to the 5th floor, and then he was like, inhaler.
Well, yeah, it's the air quality. This is actually my inhaler to stop me from getting a respiratory infection because of the air quality. I do weather
okay.
too. I do weather too. The barometric pressure outside is steady rising, and the dew point is right at the point
There we go.
where the air quality is horrible.
Weatherman.
Listen, so just
I'm
in
the-
case, you got all kind of careers.
Well, no, I'm the king of useless knowledge.
Right. So that's segueing into what I want to ask you.
Right.
You know, so what I really want to ask you is, how do you like being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, how is it working for yourself and just building your own brand?
You know, I never really even thought of it like that until you guys said something about it. I pretty much just go out and people. I love people and people love me. So that's pretty much the basis of being an entrepreneur and building your own brand. You can't be a jerk to everybody.
Yeah,
You're actually not supposed to be a jerk to anybody, especially kids, because they're gonna be taking care of your ass when you get old.
that's right.
So,
That's right.
Well,
those
you
are-
hope they're going to be taking
Well, if you have the attitude of somebody, somebody's gonna get pushed down the steps. But I also do a lot of things with kids because kids are our future, and you got to start there. They're innocent in this thing. They're innocent in this world, and a lot of times people expect them to know way more than they're supposed to, and they've only been on this earth for a short time. So I do a lot of things with Philadelphia Reads. I'm on the board of Philadelphia Reads. I read the kids throughout the school year.
That's so cool.
And then,
That's awesome.
Well, thank you. But it also being a natural clown was how I got on the radio. So I got into radio. I got into doing the radio. Actually, it was during the Bounty Gate thing. I was in New Orleans when the Bounty Gate thing first popped off. So I started doing a lot of interviews. So some people started asking me had I ever thought about doing it as a career. I was like, well, I've always been a clown, and then I went to the NFL.
Yes.
I went to the NFL broadcasting boot camp, which is a crock. So
Did you learn anything?
not really.
The NFL
Broadcasting boot camp. Yeah,
Wow.
it was free. I went when it was free. Now they're charging guys.
Really?
Yeah, the NFL, they say they care about you, but they don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that actually because I've been watching a lot of stuff, especially as it compares to the NBA
Yeah.
and
But
some of the things that happens.
Well, the NBA has more control over everything.
Yeah.
See, it's like put it this way: it's so many people that want to play football.
Yeah.
It's like you have a 90-person roster. They cut 40 people every year. You don't think if you leave, somebody else not gonna come in
Yeah.
and take your job?
That's true.
Yeah.
So it was one of the things. And I crack up all the time when they try to put up all that crap about them caring. They don't care. They just want the product. They want their money.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
But the radio thing came about, and I learned a lot from Angelo Cataldi. That's my guy. I learned an extremely lot because I was told by Andy Bloom when I first got the gig at WIP. He told me just to shout out Angelo, and so I should start shouting at Angelo. He never knew, but I always watched him, and he always took a lot of notes and stuff, and he was meticulous and he was always about entertaining the people. If you entertain the people and give them what they want, it's certain stuff that they want, it's certain things that they don't want.
Right.
So if you entertain the people, you always pretty much have a job.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like the
Entertain
radio.
the people.
Yeah. The
Well,
radio's
you're on the
cool.
radio as well. So,
Yeah, and I love it. It's amazing. So I'm like you. Like when I first got on the radio, I didn't know that I liked it, right? Until I was actually on the radio, and then I was like, I like this. You know, just talking. Not by myself, but like with the people, like the morning show. Like when I'm on Power 99, which I will be on Friday, October 4th. I think next Friday is. October. Anyway, so I definitely love it, and I can relate to like that feeling of having to take notes because one of the DJs, Mikey Dredd, he always tells me like little stuff. He's like, listen here, Dr. Heather, you need to stop talking so much because we got commercials we got to run. I'm like, oh, my bad, okay.
Yeah,
so he's like, keep it short and sweet and keep coming back to after the commercial.
Right.
And I was like, okay, because I was giving too much all at once.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you got to give them some more when they come back. And I
so
was
you trying to do the whole show in one segment?
Yeah.
Well, she likes to talk.
Well, I like to talk
I
too,
do.
but also I like to win, especially in arguments, especially when somebody
Oh boy.
in a verbal tantrum when I know that I'm right. You're not going to win.
Now, see, that's not me. I'm not in a competition with anyone ever.
It's not a competition. If
He's
you're wrong,
right, it's
if you're
just-
wrong, I want you to admit you're wrong.
Oh,
good
gosh. My
You heard it
goodness.
here.
Don't get no arguments with
You
Hollis.
heard it here. Don't even waste your time.
It's not an argument if you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't care if I'm wrong.
I know, see?
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Because if I'm wrong, I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong, and I will bow
How often
out.
are you wrong?
And not that often. Because when I pick my argument. So if you know that you're
Right.
wrong, you just
It's like Jeopardy. You're gonna choose something that you have knowledge about.
yeah.
Well, good. So that my turn.
Your turn.
That brings me to my question that I just forgot.
Way to go.
Okay.
You are blind.
So let me tell y'all, Hollis has a lot to say. When he watches our videos, he texts
Yes.
and he's like, well, what about this? And why didn't you say this? And what about that?
Trolling, and how come you don't have no men on
And
there?
why you ain't got no man on there? So let me just, so I think Hollis is like a success story, right? Because he did this 15-year career and then he turned it into a career after that. It's not like football 15 years and then nobody ever, like, he's gone. No, Hollis has turned that himself into another career after football. So life after pro football, which I don't, so tell us about that, because there are a lot of people who don't have the opportunity to do that. Some people do, they're on ESPN and they're announcers, commentators, and all of that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what you're doing, but you're doing your own brand. Like, you got your own brand, you do a podcast.
And that's your own show, right?
Yeah,
that's great.
It's people. So it's the funny thing about it is, I guess I started off my football career advertising because a lot of people don't know that I sent a highlight tape to all 30 teams. It was 31 at the time, all 31 teams. So I didn't get drafted, so I had to come in and pretty much make the squad.
Yeah,
and,
that's difficult.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's like I've been doing the marketing thing for quite some time. So
I
I know
love that.
Yeah,
I know.
that's crazy.
So, but I also know that you, given my upbringing, you have to respect everybody, including the janitor and everybody.
Yeah, it's
From T. Roy, T-Roy's the janitor at the complex.
Hey,
in
T.
Nova
Roy.
Carolina. So he's probably gonna see this and tell me about it. But you just treat everybody with respect, because those people that you see on the way up, if you treat them like crap, you're gonna see them on the way down, and they're gonna be in a position to have to help you out, and then you're gonna look like a jackass.
Exactly.
That's true. They can choose to put their foot on your neck or not.
Yeah, and but the main thing I do know is you just gotta kind of go for it. You can't worry about well, is this how this gonna be, or how silly are you gonna look? It's like you're gonna look silly if you don't do it. Yeah. Just be yourself. Yeah.
Just be yourself. So when you're doing your podcast and you're bringing on different players every week, then how do you decide? Do you talk about the same thing every week, like it's just football, or are you talking about different topics?
Well, the podcast is we do all Philly sports.
Okay.
Basically. Well, it's currently football. It's mainly football, but we also do baseball, which I do not like. Gabe Kapler. That's a whole other story. That's the GM, the GM, the manager. They're currently for the Phillies all the time.
Okay.
But see, you have to get into sports. So you have to. But see, that's why I always have a gig, because I always know what I'm talking about, and I always make sure that I watch each and everything, so I'm not just on there. And when they start talking about a subject, I'm out of the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
So I watch baseball, basketball, and hockey. So I watch some soccer in there. I don't do golf because if you took away the stick, you'd just be walking. But but I make sure that I'm up on myself. I take notes, and I just critique the game. It's critique the game from a fan's point of view. Now. But the football, I get in depth with it because a lot of people. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos I put up on Instagram. I'm mostly watching the defense and offensive line, because that's what fuels the team. If you have a good defense and offensive line, you will win.
I love that.
Didn't you play with Deuce Staley, who was one of the...
I played with Deuce. I played with Doug and Deuce are both my teammates.
What exactly does Deuce do now?
He's a running back coach and assistant head coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a running coordinator.
Oh, shucks.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've
That's
seen
awesome.
him.
I think he's going to get a head coach job pretty soon.
That's
I
awesome.
think
That's
so.
awesome.
He's a good. I feel like he's a good leader. Some guys are like I could coach, but I refuse. Yes. I coached high school.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I coached high school one time, and
Yes.
everybody's parents thought they should be out there playing, and I was like, your kid kind of stinks. He's just like standing next to me.
And you know, Hollis likes to live a relaxed lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, that's how he built his brain. He's not getting ready to be out there having, that's stress, a lot of stress trying to coach.
Yeah, well, I did have when I coached out in Robbinsville, and I had this kid. I called him Sugar Bear because he looked like the Sugar Bear from the cereal. So Sugar Bear was a nice size, but he really, I knew what he was on team for. He was on, to me, he was on team just for the camaraderie and stuff. So
Yeah.
his dad came up, was like, well, my son's not in the game. I was like, you Sugar Bear, Dad? He's like, yeah. I said, hey, Sugar Bear, go play nose guard. They rolled Sugar Bear 2 or 3 times, and so he's like, he came back. He's like, Coach, I'm affectionately known as the Tank. He's like, Coach Tank. He's like, you don't like me no more? I was like, no, your dad wants to see you again. He's like, I don't care what he says. I'm here for the camaraderie and the jersey.
Don't put me out there.
But parents are always like up. I was like, come on, man. I knew Sugar Bear did not want to go in the game.
Yeah.
Because when I told him to go in the game, he was like,
He's like, me?
He's like, yes, Sugar Bear.
That is hilarious.
So,
I love that.
But dealing with also your brand will be great because you're dealing with kids. Kids follow me. I try to stay away from the risque stuff. The risque stuff.
Right.
Risque stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
The grown up stuff.
Yeah, the grown-up stuff. So,
So we do have to move on because I said grown up stuff.
yeah.
No?
I have a question actually.
Sure.
It's nothing related to football,
Okay.
but I want to know what's your idea of true happiness?
Sitting on the couch with a
That's
two
my
piece.
idea.
With
of true happiness.
2 pieces of delicious chicken and a biscuit. And
From where?
From Popeyes.
Not for myself. I can fry chicken.
Oh.
Just with I'm a nature boy, so hopefully it's not a leather couch. If it's a leather couch, then I have on a towel and sit there with and watching SpongeBob.
I know that's right.
SquarePants.
SpongeBob is
That's
so
right.
funny.
Oh my gosh, look, it's Mr. Krabs on his watch.
I love it. I love
you are
SpongeBob.
serious.
SpongeBob is hilarious.
I love
Pinky up,
SpongeBob.
pinky up.
Yeah.
So you put on airs, huh?
Yes, I love
I
it.
am so happy you decided to join us today, and we want you to drop us some comments. Tell us if you enjoyed seeing a
Seeing a man that wins.
Yes.
Seeing a man that wins on this show. And if you have any questions for Hollis, maybe we can have him back. We
I got
really
one
want
more
to have your thoughts.
Sure,
Oh,
sure,
sorry.
what's
I
your
do. No, I just want to kind of ask you a little bit about now that you are like at the stage in life that you are in, what's the biggest reward? Like, what's the biggest reward that you get? Being Hollis Thomas, what is the biggest reward?
Waking up at noon. Waking up at noon every day. Because I've been for a hot second. When I was first retired, I didn't do nothing for a minute, and then they got old real quick.
Yeah.
So then I started back to working out, and then I started obviously doing some radio and some podcast stuff, and then because I was living in Houston at the time, and then I moved to Vegas, and then that's what I was doing. Actually, I was Snoop Youth Football League. I was a commissioner there, and then I came back to Philly. So I think the happiest thing is waking up at noon every day and calling people and seeing what they're doing, knowing that they're at work.
I know, right?
And they're pissed off because they said, "What do you think I'm doing?" I was like, "I know you're at work. I'm just getting up."
So, what is some advice you can give to entrepreneurs?
Entrepreneurs, actually just enjoy. Make sure you're doing something that you enjoy doing, and to make the respect factor. I think the respect factor goes an extremely long way because a lot of people talk like crap to a lot of people, and that doesn't fly. And it's just be passionate. Not so much you be passionate. You're gonna have to work. You have to work to get it done. It's like sometimes it's gonna be it's gonna be some odd hours sometimes, and you just gonna have to work to get it done. It's nothing. I was talking to a kid on the elevator. He was talking about he wanted to get like me. I was like, well, you just quit your job. It's like, you know how many jobs I worked as a kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta
You have to
put the
work.
time in.
You gotta put the time
work
in. It's like it's not going to just be handed to you. Like some things, like some people feel like happiness is on a platter. Sometimes it is, but even when you take that, it's going to taste so good you're going to want some more.
Right.
And the other part is not going to be given to you. So you pretty much got to go out and take what you not take as in a
Right. Consent, people.
Yeah, consent.
Consent is dope.
Consent. Go out and work for it, strive for what you want to do. Because it's like the only person that's stopping you is going to be you.
Yeah, and
That is
happiness
true.
is not money.
Yeah.
You need to do something
Happiness
that
is
you
not money, no.
absolutely love.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
is not money.
But
That is true.
money helps.
Money
does
helps
help.
with
There's a
the
difference-
joy, but it
there's-
doesn't give you
There's
joy.
a difference between
It
crying
adds to it.
The difference between
Well,
crying.
some people, money is happiness for them,
Yeah.
but not for everyone.
Not for everybody.
So, yeah.
It's the
I
difference
don't know.
between
though.
crying in the
I
bins
think when you
and on
never
the
had
10
money,
speed.
you think that. I think
I don't
if you've
know.
had abundance of money, you know that is not joy.
There's
Yeah.
a distinct difference between crying in a Benz and a 10 speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. I know so many people.
Crying in the Benz
Their whole
on a
thing
10
is just.
speed.
I'd rather be crying in
Yeah.
the Benz though. You know.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't have any questions for you guys. Are you done?
You ain't got no questions for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any questions for you guys. I just enjoy ridiculing you guys when I watch you.
I know that is true.
Because some people think that I used to live in Jersey. I've never lived in Jersey. We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, we went to-
I didn't.
See, I've never lived in Jersey, love.
Listen, we know Hollis for 20 plus years.
And I've never lived in Jersey.
Look at them having a little off camera.
Oh, no.
Actually, they're
No,
still
no.
on camera. Excuse me.
That wasn't my house. That wasn't my house. I know you.
But you was.
I was there, but that's not my house.
All right,
You
excuse
was
me,
renting,
guys.
right?
Excuse me.
I own the house.
Hey, y'all, we're back.
Oh, we're here. She swears up and down I live
No,
somewhere.
because I didn't want to put somebody's business out there, but
You
I
can.
distinctly remember
You can.
that.
You can put it out
So
there.
tell them that you were there.
No.
I was there, but I didn't live there.
Right.
No,
Have
it was
you
a
always
party?
lived in Philly?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what you're saying?
I remember his brother was always around cooking. I remember y'all were on this
Oh,
cabbage
that's right.
soup diet.
And
You
we almost
remember
had
that?
we almost had a fight.
Cabbage soup
Yeah,
diet.
my brother almost had a fight.
And that they had this pot on the stove this big of cabbage soup.
my
It was
brother
like, we gotta
was-
eat this for a
was-
whole
was-
week. It's like,
When we
I
when we,
ain't ever
we,
over
We
here.
will talk about
Yeah, we
that
talk about
later,
it.
because
Yeah.
I am 100% certain.
right, your certainty is not really that good. But
All right,
as you
everybody.
say-
So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe button. I'm Dr. Heather. This is Nakisha.
Forgetful, Nakisha, and this is the Tank.
The Tank.
I'm a man.
He
and
has
I
a
win.
podcast called
Podcast.
Green Legion
Green Legion Radio.
Radio.
Currently
And I'm
number
gonna
14 on
put-
iTunes.
I'm going to put all the links in the bottom so that you can find Hollis and
And if
just
you guys
catch up on his antics.
and if you guys aren't doing anything on Tuesday, come to the South Philly Chicken and Peach, which is
okay.
where my podcast will be being taped. There will be
Yes.
What time?
between 6 and 7 p.m.
Can people
on
ask
Tuesdays.
questions?
You can ask questions.
Okay.
There'll be drink specials in the whole shebang.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
usually have clients there, but
Right.
it's
But
okay.
that's totally your fault. You'll be missing out. Everybody else can
Make
come and
some
join us.
time if you can and get down to Chicky and Pete's in South
South Philly,
Philadelphia. South Philadelphia, so that you can see Hollis live.
Also, stay tuned for Get Tank Happy Hour. It's coming soon.
All
Get
right.
Tank Happy Hour.
Get Tank
I
Happy
love
Hour.
it.
This is it's gonna be my
I love
my
it.
other podcast. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Thank you. It was so hot in here.